video. We have technical difficulties on that, so let's all stand and sing our opening song, Swing Wide the Doors of My Heart. Bring up the lights. Here we go. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Everybody. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Here we go. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand, lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard for years. I learned to keep it inside, but now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand, lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Give yourselves a hand. Awesome start this morning. Here's Miss Gail Boynton.
Good morning, Unity Renaissance. I am Gail Boynton. I'm one of the members of your Board of Trustees, and I'm serving as ministerial host today. And this is a great day to do that. We have Armand and Angelina as our guests today. They are providing us with the music and the message. There's no such thing as regret. I love that. I would like to tell you a little bit about them. Armand is an award-winning songwriter and inspirational speaker whose enthusiastic presence inspires us all to love life passionately. Angelina's heart-opening and angelic voice draws from many languages. She was classically trained, and I bet you could tell if you heard the music beforehand. She was trained at Indiana University and was formerly with Epcot Center. They are international performers using songs, stories, and humor to remind us now to open our hearts and remember that we're meant to experience heaven on earth. And I expect this to be a very inspiring day. Yeah. Well, unity is practical, positive, progressive Christianity. We follow the teachings and the example of our way shower, Jesus. You know that Jesus never once said, worship me. He said, follow me. Okay. A little message there. He said, follow me. Emulate me. Do what I do. He kind of cracked the code. It was love. So I'm curious about the strobes. Yeah, okay, we're just going to pretend that the disco ball is here and ignore it. Okay, back to love. I believe that our purpose here is to love ourselves, love God, and love each other more fully. And from this beautiful consciousness of love, we know that, boy, that really threw me off, didn't it? That
from this consciousness of love, we honor all paths.
We honor all paths to God, all names for God, and all expressions of God. And each and every one of us is an individualized expression of God. So here at Unity Renaissance, we have this beautiful vision and mission statement. Here's the vision statement, and I would love for you to join me together. A spiritually awakened world living in peace, love, and joy. And our mission is, together, we transform lives that transform the world. And now let's take a moment to go into prayer. Just take a breath through your heart space and feel ease and love. We are so grateful to have this beautiful community where we grow together along spiritual lines, walking together in this journey of growth. We know today that we will be more than inspired. We will also feel this catalyst to express and practice the principles in our lives for a better world for ourselves and for others. And for that we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
All right, let's welcome Armand and Angelina to the stage for our next song, Love is a Boomerang. Y'all get to stand for this.
We would like to sum up most spiritual teachings and the Course in Miracles in 4 simple words. Love is a boomerang. What we put out comes on back. All right, so we need to be mindful, not religious about it. Okay.
Let's all stand.
Love is a boomerang.
Everybody sing with me. Love is a boomerang. You give it away and it comes right back. Love is a boomerang. Hear the words that set you free. Love is a boomerang. You give it away and it comes right back.
Love is a boomerang. Love is a boomerang.
You give it away and it comes right back.
Love is a boomerang. Love is a boomerang.
You give it away and it comes right back. Give it, listen everybody, what's burning in my soul. Here's something you can use, gonna make you healthy, safe, and whole. You can read it in the Bible, it's in the golden rule. Don't need to go to the land down under to find this magic tool, because
love is a boomerang.
So is money, so is kindness.
Love is a boomerang.
Ha! You give it away, it's gonna come right back.
Love is a boomerang.
So is anger, so is judgment.
Love is a boomerang.
If you give it away, it's gonna come right back. When you wake up in the morning, try a different attitude. Instead of drinking coffee, fill yourself with gratitude. Try loving everything you see, it'll change the way you live. There ain't no way to outgive God, I guarantee you this, because
Love is a boomerang.
so is money, so is kindness.
Love is a boomerang.
Ha! You give it away, it's gonna come right back.
Love is a boomerang.
So is anger, so is judgment.
Love is a boomerang.
You give it away, it's gonna come right back.
Love is a boomerang.
Are we gonna meet and greet, Brother Richard?
Let's do that right
Meet and
now.
greet.
Time for our divinity salute. Take a turn and face your neighbor and give him our divinity salute, which is together, the divine in
Love is a
me
boomerang.
greets the divine in you, and we celebrate together for the glory of God.
Love is a boomerang. Love is a boomerang. Love is a boomerang.
Love is a boomerang. Give it away and it comes right back. Love is a boomerang. You give it away and it comes right back. Love is a boomerang. You can't give it away because it comes right back. Woo!
Good morning, Unity Renaissance, here and afar. Such a beautiful spring day out there today, isn't it? Doesn't it feel great? All right, so my name is Lisa Smith, and I am your platform host for today, sharing with you the daily word. And our word for today is joy. What a great word. Please join me in our affirmation together. I draw from my wellspring of joy. There are so many ways to express joy. I may speak words of praise that bring the awareness of even more blessings to my mind. I may take joyful action, my every step aglow with the light of God, enlivening all that I do. I celebrate the playful joy in every child, especially the child within me. I experience the same happiness whether I'm in the heart of a busy city or the stillness of nature. And then there's the quiet joy of just being, the richest joy of all. I rediscover my joy by taking slow, deep breaths, tapping into my wellspring of well-being that never runs out. I feel its energetic flow spilling over into my heart and my life. What joy to be a spiritual being, a precious child of God. Our scripture verse is from Luke chapter 2, verse 10. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid, for see, I bring you good news of great joy for all the people." We have prayer support for you today in many ways. You may fill out a prayer request form on the prayer table outside the chapel, or you may submit a prayer request on our website, unityrenaissance.org. You may also call the Unity Prayer Ministry, Silent Unity, 24/7. And the number for that is 816-969-2000. For those who are here with us today, we have prayer chaplains available to pray with you after the service. Would our prayer chaplains for today please rise? And they will be located in the chapel after the service, which is right outside the sanctuary, just past the bookstore. So would you all please rise now to join us in the Lord's Psalm?
Holy Creator, we praise your name. Your will in heaven and earth the same. Supply our needs, Lord, from day to day. Let your forgiveness light our way. Lead us away from temptations, Lord. Deliver us, Lord, into your fold.
thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we have also forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. For all the kingdom, power, and praise, with you began and with you stays. Amen. Please be seated. Except for you guys.
If it's okay, we're going to do okay in the end after the meditation. You know what they say? It's important to know the structure and the rules so you can break it properly. All right, so we're going to lead you in a meditation with a simple song. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Please feel free to join us on that, and then we'll lead you into partially guided and partially music meditation. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. And we invite you now to quiet your mind, relax your body, and breathe those words in. Peace I am. I am the peace of God. And there are times when I may not be totally connected to that peace, but the peace that I am is there always. Quieting the mind helps us get more in touch with that peace. We are the light of God. Always, eternally. Sometimes that light may flicker like a strobe, but we are still the light of God, solid, consistent. And our job at times can be to quiet the mind for that reminder of the truth of our eternal nature, the peace and the light of God. Sometimes as simple as bringing your attention to the breath brings us back to that awareness. Our true eternal nature does not change. Only our awareness of that nature. allow the music now to take you on your very own sacred journey into the peace of God. Very gently now, begin to bring your attention to your physical surroundings, your body, your chair, this sacred sanctuary where we come to remember the truth. And in that remembrance, we can remind each other and take that consciousness into the world. We are the peace of God. We are the light of God. We are one with each other and all of life. Thank you, Great Spirit, Father, Mother God. And so it is. Amen. All is well. All is well. God is balanced. All is well. There's perfection everywhere. All is well. We have many teachings in unity that remind us that all is well. Our favorite is that everything's in divine order. Have you ever been one of those folks like us? Everything's in divine order, except this. There is no except this. This too shall pass is another one, when our light starts to flicker. Everything will be okay in the end is another one. I understand that John Lennon said everything will be okay in the end originally, but we first heard it on the best exotic marigold hotel. The young innkeeper, being a unity kind of guy, He may not have known it. We were all unity people at one time, even though we didn't know it. Angelina was singing on a cruise ship in Hawaii many, many years ago before me. And there was another lady on the cruise ship singing in the piano bar, a lady by the name of Karen Drucker. Angelina was in the song and dance show, and Karen Drucker was in the piano bar.
Right. It was wonderful. So I would be done with my show, and I'd go to the lounge and just listen to her. She was so wonderful, that great voice she has, and she would tell these beautiful, wonderful stories. It was really, just really great.
And they never talked about New Thought, but they were unity even then. They just had to find their way back here. So this is awesome. So we're going to sing the song Okay in the End. The words are very simple. Everything will be okay in the end. And if it's not okay and there's a strobe light flickering, it's not the end. This is not cultural appropriation. This is cultural appreciation. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Nothing in this universe will ever last. So if you're feeling low, this too shall pass. Nothing in this universe will ever last. So if the lights start to strobe, this too shall pass. Because everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Let's sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Every happy song has to have some sha-la-la-las in it. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Even when the darkness seems to hide you away, after every night, a brand new day. Even when your inner peace goes away, after every night, a brand new day. A brand new day. A sunny day. All right, here we go. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Y'all ready to sha-la-la? Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Okay, here comes the tricky part. Even when it all just seems to go your way, don't get attached, it's gonna change. Even when it all just seems to go your way, no matter how many times you saw The Secret, it's still gonna change. That's okay, because everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Just the audience. I heard him singing it. It's not the end. It's not the end. So if you don't like the weather in Chesapeake, wait a day. It's not the end. It's not the end. If you can't believe all they talk about on TV or politics, it's not the end. It's not the end. Woo! It's not the end. But this is the end of the song. Well, I am delighted that we are coming back here. We used to come here every 2 or 3 years, and then some weird thing happened in the world where we couldn't. And now here we're back, and we're excited. And I got to tell you, it's like coming into a new church. Y'all have done a lot of stuff in the last few years, lots of stuff, and it looks fantastic. And the diversity that I am seeing now in every realm. America is in this church right now, represented in a very powerful way. We live in Florida, and we're there 6 months of the year, and most of the churches are not quite like that. So it's awesome that y'all are here and doing so much diversity and bringing so much joy and reflecting and representing the melting pot that the world is. Okay, so another cool thing happened this morning that was not necessarily intended. So our service today is called There's No Such Thing as Rejection. However, you said regret. And you know what? Guess what? There's also a danger in regret. And I'm going to talk a tiny bit about that because that's one of my favorite subjects. Regret is when you think you could have done it better. Right? There's a big difference between regret and learning. Learning is, I will not do that again. Regret is, I'm going to feel bad in my now for something I did, even though I did the best I could, but I forgot that I did the best I could. And to me, that's what unity teaches us, to remind us that each of us is doing the very best we can at any given moment, given our current state of consciousness. No accidents. Thank you for that. And so one of the things that bugs me, and I try to get over it, not to be attached, but it bugs me when people use the pulpit to self-promote. So I wrote a book since I was here, and I'm going to read something from that. One little quick chapter, one little quick page. This chapter is called Faith in the System. Everything will be okay as soon as you are okay with everything. And that's the only time everything will be okay. Michael Singer wrote that. And being okay with everything doesn't mean you always feel good. It means there's a part of you that knows this is divine order. This too shall pass. Everything will be okay in the end. Faith, F-A-I-T-H, has been said to stand for feeling all right in the heart. F-A-I-T-H, feeling all right in the heart. Feeling all right in the heart does not mean we always understand everything. It doesn't mean we don't get confused. It just means that we trust that, as John Lennon said, everything will be okay in the end. Being confused is okay. Thinking that there is something wrong with us for being confused and regretting something we did in the past is where we get into trouble. As Byron Katie said, how do we know something happened the way it was supposed to? Because it happened. Yes, thank you. Very simple, not very easy. I wish simple and easy were the same, don't you? Think about it. Flossing twice a day. Simple, not always easy. Okay. And meditation is a lot like floss. Okay? If you don't floss your teeth, stuff builds up. If you don't do mental floss with meditation, stuff builds up. Okay, so do a little mental floss daily. I recommend 15 minutes twice a day. Anyway, either way, it won't take you that long.
Meditation is a great way. For me, I find if things kind of become, I'm more agitated or anxious, it's like I need to go meditate. And so sometimes it's not, you think, oh, I'm too busy to meditate, I don't have time, and that's really the time, a good time to meditate. So I make sure that I meditate in the morning. I try to do 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and it just makes the day go so much better and so much easier, right?
Yes.
Because you have that joy and just that connection with spirit. And so I find, for me, meditation these days is very important.
Got to do that mental floss. So, how many people have ever felt rejection? Not a good feeling.
Yes.
It's natural. The body feels rejection. The mind feels rejection. Your emotions specifically feel rejection. We're watching a TV show about a psychiatric office that's called Shrinking. Anybody watch Shrinking? Loving Shrinking. But she said something the other day when one of her clients got real upset about a rejection, and she said, "You just got a 2 rejection, but you turned it into a 10. Who's done that? Okay? And that's why it's good to have people mirror back to you like that therapist did, because we're all each other's therapists. Okay? We're all each other's coaches. Jay Leno said one time, he says, y'all have all these new things, these personal coaches that help you and work with you and tell you things that could be improved. He says, when I was a kid, we called them friends. That's all right. We could do both. We can have both. Okay? And so we feel rejection, but our spirit knows better. Our spirit knows that things are just moving us in a different way, okay? We've all experienced things that we thought were the end of the world. The first one was when my parents divorced, okay? Those two staying together would have been much worse, but I didn't know that at the time. And I eventually got that, okay? I remember another really, really tough time for me is when my dad would not let me use his nice car for prom. I thought it was the end of the world. It worked out. It always works out. Another one was maybe if you've ever been married and divorced before. That is one of the most challenging feelings of rejection that you can get. But it worked out.
It did.
Because you got guided to somewhere else, okay?
And
So
hopefully more wisdom with being with someone that wasn't the right match for you, and you've learned a lot of wisdom of how to do things differently, maybe.
exactly, and there's a time period between when something happens that feels amiss and you get the message and you realize it. There's a time period. What can help you shorten that gap is using your unity principles. Everything's in divine order, even this, okay? I don't know exactly how the law of attraction works. I don't understand it deeply, but I do believe that the people that are looking for the good find it quicker. And I've got a bunch of folks in my life that are never looking for the good, and they eventually find it, you know. There is grace, okay? The grace of God is here for everyone. But if you're looking for something, you'll find it quicker. You're open to it. You're open. It shows up. You'll feel better just looking for it. You know, Angelina and I have something. It's not diagnosable, but it's called reverse paranoia. We walk around all the time going, I think things are conspiring on my behalf. It's also called pronoia. Okay, and to me, that's what unity teaches us. Is the cup half empty or full? Both. Which one do you want to put your energy on? The half full part, right? Put your energy. Use the half empty part just long enough to get the message, okay? If your life is half empty over a situation that happened or a relationship that happened or a job that happened, go ahead and give a little bit of attention down there. Visit that place, but don't buy property. Move on. Move on and start looking at the half full. So we're going to talk about some things that felt like rejection
But
to
first,
us.
let me say one thing.
You can say three
so,
things.
We love divine order because we kind of feel like it lets off, like, then we know it's the way it's supposed to be, and we don't make ourselves wrong for it. Oh, I did it wrong. I could have done it this way and that way. But with any of these tools that we use, we feel it's really important to express what you are feeling in the moment. So if you're sad, cry. If you're angry, yell, whatever it is, because we don't want to keep those, keep everything so positive all the time that we're not feeling what we're feeling. Because it's if it stays bottled up, then it gets stuck, and then we can't, have that blissful time that we're looking for.
And you can actually feel more positive by allowing yourself to feel through that stuff and then come to the other side of the dark forest. So COVID, let's talk a tiny bit about COVID because we haven't been there since. That was a really challenging couple of years for us. Mostly more for me because I didn't realize how attached to you I was. You don't know what you got till it's gone. And I was really attached. And I was attached to the whole thing, calling churches several months in advance, talking to music directors like Richard, talking to admin people, setting up our time, all these things. Angelina calls it the other vitamin C, vitamin connect. I was having emotional scurvy. I wasn't getting enough vitamin connection. And so it was very challenging. But the great news about it is it helped me regroup my thoughts and realize that I had neglected a part of me because I was so busy out there doing all of this, okay? And I had also neglected a part of Angelina who is different from me and needed more time at home. I was busy working us 270 days a year on the road. That felt great to me because I was getting lots of human dopamine, lots of it, but it was hard on Angelina because she gets dopamine from chill. So
Right, because I'm more the introvert. So I recharge by being by myself, and I feel our home is my sanctuary. So I need to be home. And so when COVID hit, I found it was really healing and wonderful to be in my home, to get house projects done, because we're never home enough in the past to get things done. So I cleaned out the garage, I cleaned out closets, and the house is looking good again, so it's a great time to be on the road again. But it's really also good for me to know that it is important to be at home. What happened, I found several years ago, I had a lump in my throat, and I went to my ENT just to make sure everything was okay. He said, it's nothing with your vocal cords. You have something called a global sensation, which they don't really know what causes it, but they say that a lot of times it's anxiety and stress. So by being home for that amount of time during COVID, I no longer have that lump in my throat. So I'm feel very blessed and grateful for that. Yes, thank you.
So some of you may know that back in 2011, Angelina and I had this great idea that we would go on a reality TV show, and we were starting to get a little stale in what we were doing in the church scene, and we weren't appreciating as much, and that show turned out to be really not what we wanted. We felt more rejection than we've ever felt in our lives, and however, what happened as a result of it? It re-inspired us to do this. We missed y'all even more after we saw what the real world was like. We missed you even more. We appreciated our job even more. We worked more than ever. We wanted to play more fun places and do more with you than ever. And we got recharged. Because when you feel rejection, it can take you deep inside to find a part of you that needs love. Okay? And when you get down there, you can love that up as you're working through the rejection. You love that part of you up, and you're a better person on the other end. Okay,
Right.
That's a fantastic, kind of like making lemonade out of lemons. That's what another thing Unity teaches us. It says life gives you lemons sometimes. We're not in denial. Somebody says, you're part of one of those feel-good churches, aren't you? I go, yeah. Where do you go? Someplace makes you feel like crap? Well, y'all are in denial. We're not in denial, okay? We're not in denial. We know there are lemons. We love lemonade. We use those lemons and make it. I'm not going to say what this is, but y'all know fertilizer, right? What makes the best fertilizer? We've all had some of that. We use that to fertilize our future life and grow better flowers, okay? And it's a wonderful thing. I'll tell you a quick story before we go into our final song. What we decided, we were one of those people that decided to spend a lot of money on an addition when we had no money during COVID. Anybody else do that? I don't recommend it, but it worked out. So one day before they completely sealed the roof to our music room that we built onto our house so we would have a designated music room versus having everything set up all over the house all the time, a huge rainstorm came in Florida. And what happens, I don't know if it's like that here, but 1 hour of heavy, heavy rain can just dump. And it brought 100 gallons of water into our living room and our office. And it started out, Angelina was the first to notice
I
it.
was in the kitchen or whatever. I'm hearing this drip sound, right? So I went to see what was going on, and there was a drip, a leak coming through where the was not finished yet. And then the leak became another drip, and then it started really coming in. So Armand was, excuse me, Armand was resting, taking a nap, and I finally said, Armand, help!
She looked like a Chinese acrobat. She had a bucket over here and a bucket on her foot, and she was doing all this stuff. But anyway, went down. I said, Alexa. By the way, you folks at home are going to have something funny happen right now. Alexa, play OK in the End by Armand and Angelina. That was the first thing I did. And then I said, honey, we always talk about making lemonade out of lemons. Let's figure out what we're going to do. We'll get on it. And she goes,
I don't have lemons, I have limes. So let's make margaritas.
So we got the shop vac out. 8 hours later, all the water was cleared up. We had pulled back the carpet. We had saved everything, just a little water staining and things like that. Insurance came over a couple of days later. I said, we saved the carpet, we saved the pad, we saved this furniture. They go, there's water damage on that. There's a stain on that carpet. I go, I know, we're going to use it. It's going to be fine. He goes, I have to give you full replacement value. I said, but we're not going to replace it. He goes, I have to give you full replacement value. Shut up. We got enough money to pay a third of the extra cost that the COVID prices cost on our place. What felt like a rejection 3 nights earlier turned out to be not a rejection. It was God pointing us in another direction. Now, don't give a songwriter. Richard will back me up on this. By the way, y'all know you have the greatest music director in the world, right? It's harder for you to know, but we go to a lot of places, so we know, okay? You think this is normal. This is not normal. It's okay. Anyway, you don't give a songwriter a rhyme and not expect a song. There's no such thing as rejection. It's God pointing us in another direction. And then a pirate came in. Na, 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 na. Oi! Okay, so that's your part. Let's sing the song before we run out of time here. There's no such thing as rejection. It's God pointing us in another direction. It's never rejection. It's God pointing us in another direction. Oi! Na, 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 na. That's it. There's no such thing as rejection. It's God pointing us in another direction. It's never rejection. It's God pointing us in another direction. Na, 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 na. On the day that I was born and slapped upon my cheeks, you'd think that I would ascertain the world as rather bleak. But I heard a voice of wisdom, and in my ear would ring, don't think the world is against you. There's no such thing. The world is never against you. There's no such thing. Your turn. Na, 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 na. There's no such thing as rejection. It's God pointing us in another direction. It's never rejection. It's God pointing us in another direction. Na, 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 na. At an early age, I knew true love would be my quest. Though many trials and tribulations put me through the test, there were a dozen lovely maidens, much heartache they would bring. I thought the world was against me, but there's no such thing. I thought the world was against me, but there's no such thing. Your turn. Na, 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 na. Oi! There's no such thing as rejection. It's God pointing us in another direction. It's never rejection. It's God pointing us in another direction. Na, 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 na. I'm moving through my renaissance into my middle ages, becoming fully realized. I trust my inner sages. My quest is done, I found my bride, this holy grail I bring. The world was never against you. There's no such thing. The world is never against you. Got it? There's no such thing. We love it. Na 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 na. Arr. Thank you, my lords and ladies. Wow. We promise only to stay a year.
Armand and Angelina, everybody. Way to go, guys. I especially love the Jewish pirate. I thought Angelina was going to break into the Oy vey Maria there for a minute. Well, it's time.
I kind of forgot what I was doing today. So you know how at a potluck, I know you're wondering where the hell this is going. Everybody brings a dish to pass, and then everybody gets to eat dinner. And the way I look at our gifts to this church is we each bring something that we are able to bring, and we all share. in what this place gives us. We're giving back. So at this time, I would like to let you know that there are many ways to give. We don't pass a basket around anymore. It's in the back of the room. I think it had to do with fingers and all of that during COVID, but it seems like a comfortable place for it, so you're welcome to put a check or cash in that on your way out the door. But there are other ways to give as well at our website, unityrenaissance.org, or probably the easiest way is on your smartphone, and you can text the word give, and then that's the first time when you set it up, and then thereafter you just put the amount in and hit send, and you text it to the number
540-418-1228. Text now.
I love it when
You
I love when
remember.
we have new people here to hear that, because it's a hoot. So I invite you to take your gift in your hand, whether it be your smartphone or your money, whatever it may be, and let's do our offertory blessing together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am grateful.
Give and it's giving back to you. Give and it's giving back to you. Give and it's giving back to you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over, back in good measure. It's giving back to you.
So we're just going to do a little chorus here, very simple, to close off the offertory time. Love, make me an instrument of your peace. We're going to sing that 4 simple times. And please join us. Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Love, make me an instrument of your peace.
Thank you. Now time for our announcements. You guys matched today, black and white.
I
Very
know.
nice.
It's
Nice
we
to
have this psychic connection, Not yet. They turned them on beforehand. Are we good? Yeah, he had
Oh, he just had
the
to
magic
touch it. It's got the
touch,
magic
yeah.
touch, yes.
This is a time to welcome those of you who are joining us for the first time. So if you are new to Unity Renaissance, we would love to welcome you. So please raise your hand and hold it up and keep it there so that we can get around to you and give you a gift. I promise we're not going to embarrass you or anything.
No
Do we
salesman
have
will
anyone who
call.
is here for the first? There we
Here
go.
we go. Welcome. Oh, here.
And then there's
too.
a,
Welcome.
inside of that,
Here in
there's
the
a
middle.
card that you can fill out and take into the bookstore, which is just outside those doors there. And there will be another gift for you, and the bookstore's really cool. You're really going to enjoy that. And we hope you'll come back again and again.
Welcome.
Okay, so in our announcements, the first thing I want to tell you about is Reverend Richard Bunch, who is our transitional minister while we're between ministers. I used to say between marriages in the old days. Yeah, that was a time. Anyway, Lessons in Truth is coming up. Now, many of you may be familiar with the book by Emily Cady, or may have even taken the class, but Richard Bunch said to me one day, I teach this different than anybody else. So this would be like a refresher and additional deepness to this. This is a really concise, beautiful way to represent metaphysical Christianity and how to apply it in your life and understand how your thoughts create your life. And so we hope you'll sign up for that. It starts this Wednesday, 4 weeks. It's both kind of a hybrid. It'll be Zoom or here in the sanctuary. You can sign up on the wall outside or go onto the website or the app to sign up. And it's a $20 a class fee for that. But if you sign up for all 4 classes, you get a discount. You just pay $60 up front.
Gail, I'd just like to add, it's going to be in Meyer Hall. If you're live, it's in Meyer Hall. If you're at home, it's on Zoom.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, what's coming up soon? Special holiday, right? So we've got a lot of great things coming up in preparation for our Easter Sunday. So we have next Sunday is Palm Sunday, April 2nd, and we will have a special service for that with Reverend Richard Bunch, and the title of his talk is A Day of Applause. So that sounds like a really great new take on the Palm Sunday story. And then we have Maundy Thursday, which will be April 6th, and that will be led by Tom Baker, and that will be at 7 p.m. here in the sanctuary. And then we've got Good Friday, which is the 7th, and there will be a kirtan service with walking of the labyrinth, which we will have here in the sanctuary as well. So all the chairs will be cleared out, and you can come and walk on the labyrinth. And I believe it will be here beyond just that night, or is that the only night people can?
Nope, Friday. No, you can walk the labyrinth on Monday, Thursday as well.
Okay, so we'll be here Thursday. And then we have preparations for our Easter service on Saturday, April 8th, starting with a pancake breakfast, which will be cooked by the Men of Unity. And if you've never been to that, it's really wonderful. So come and get fed and then stay for helping out with the preparations. You can help to stuff candy and things into the plastic Easter eggs for the Easter egg hunt on Sunday morning, or you can help with setting up and putting the flowers inside the wreaths that we will be pulling from on Sunday morning service. And then, of course, we'll have the Sunday service celebration on Sunday the 9th at 11 a.m. And again, Reverend Richard Bunch will be providing the talk for that, and the talk title is Your New Identity. And right after the service, we will have the Easter egg hunt. So it's for all ages.
Wow.
Come and enjoy, have wonderful joy, and we are going to pray for good weather for that.
Yeah, power-packed Holy Week. So I really want to honor our wonderful guests today by making sure I have my notes here. And I left some of them there. I need the yellow piece of paper. Could you bring that to me? Thank you so much. Awesome. All right. So at 12:45, so go on out and have your snacks and whatever you need, and then come on back at 12:45. And Armand and Angelina will present Angel Harp and Sacred Sound Meditation. Everyone will receive a powerful vibrational healing through Angelina's harp and Armand's Native American flute, shanty bells, and other sacred sounds, and we got a real taste of that today. It was awesome. The suggested love offering is $30. Tomorrow night, come back. Now, you already got a taste of Armand's humor, so that's just apparently just a taste. So tomorrow night at 6:30, join Armand and Angelina for their brand new musical comedy show. Lots of laughs, music, and wisdom. And the suggested love offering is $20 for that, no one turned away. Again, that's at 6:30 here in the sanctuary, I believe, right? And also, I wanted to remind you that they are going to be outside here in the narthex area. They want everyone to have their music, so they're offering their CDs on a suggested exchange basis. So please take what you desire, give from your heart, and feel free to tithe in the future if you haven't now. So
They've got a lot of great things out there. Some
I know.
flutes, wooden flutes, and if you liked Angelina's outfit, she's got some of her scarves out there and their music. There's flash drives where you can get 4 albums, so definitely take a look at it before you leave.
okay. Now, we have a spotlight with Lisbeth Chiraboga. Come on up.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Lisbeth Chiraboga, a very joyful and grateful member of Unity Renaissance. And I wanted to invite everyone to our vegan potluck, which is next Sunday, April 2nd, after the service. And I wanted to, we had about 20 people come to our first vegan potluck back in February. And I wanted to emphasize that you do not need to be a vegan to come to the potluck. You just need to bring a vegan dish to share. And so we also have room for families with children. So everyone is invited to come. It's a great opportunity for you to try out that vegan recipe you saw on the internet and wanted to try, so you can try it out on us. I also want to mention that before Reverend Paula left, she encouraged me to provide support to all the Unity folks that were interested in plant-based eating. And I am very happy to do that. It's an honor, and the potlucks are part of that. We will be having a vegan potluck every other month, so if you can't make this upcoming vegan potluck, there will be more, and you're more than welcome to come. And I will be out in the narthex after the service today if you have any questions about it. Plant-based eating is a wonderful way to improve your health, help reduce climate change, and put really good energy out in the world through compassion for animals. So thank you, and have a beautiful day.
Okay, every
then we have-
Sunday. Oh,
we
you
one
have
more
the
thing.
thing.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Yes,
It's your
can't
turn.
forget Girl Scout cookies. Girl Scout cookies are here, and we have Girl Scout troop number 553 who will be out in the narthex there selling some Girl Scout cookies for you.
You can't get over a great thin mint. Mm. I love those things. Okay, so now it's my turn. Every week we have a board member available to answer your questions and just chat with you if you have any thoughts that you'd like to share. I believe that our representative today is not well, so that'll be me. So if you haven't had enough of me, I'm going to be here for a little while longer. So I'll either be in here or out in the narthex after the service, and there you go. So,
Thank you, Gail.
so it's time to bring our children in.
All right, let's all stand, please.
So let's all stand and sing the song.
We are walking in the light of God. 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 We are walking, walking. We are walking, walking. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking, walking. We are walking, walking. We are walking in the light of God.
Good morning, Unity Renaissance. Good morning to you. Oh, I can still feel the vibrations, Armand and Angelina, of what you created in our sanctuary. Thank you. So we have amazing teachers with us, and we have the Unities of YOU should be joining us any minute, but we have our elementary teacher, Joe, who's going to give us a snippet of what took place in their class today.
Thank you, Miss B. Today we went over the resurrection as a new symbol of life. And the kids today did a lot of hand symbols, significant, basically what was good this week for them. So I'm going to hand this now over to SB.
Easter is more than just colorful eggs and candy. The resurrection is a symbol of new life as we look within. We reawaken to who we truly are.
We made these hands, and they fill our stuff that makes us happy. What makes me happy is the water park and the rest of y'all. Thank you, thank you.
And we have our preschool, your first grade teacher after Sienna speaks.
We also learned in our classroom that when we let God be in charge of our lives, we are always inspired from within.
That's nice.
You got to hold that, Miss Linda. We learned about transformation and the power of change, and we did that through a really cute little story about the hungry caterpillar. So our hungry caterpillar goes into the cocoon that he builds and is transformed into a beautiful butterfly. And what does the butterfly do? Fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly in the sky.
Thank you. And do we have I saw the offertory basket earlier. Did we, you know what? We had such a busy morning, we'll have to go and collect that, but I want to thank you. Okay, and now, Richard?
All right, let's stand and do our prayer for protection and our peace song. Are you ready? Together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us.
Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow to take each moment